Well, hello there. My name's Harsh, and I'm very special. Anyway, straight into the meat and potatoes. I haven't spoken about the Kiely Rodni case for some time. It's not that I haven't been looking at things in the background. I haven't been going back over the old information and rewatching and seeing if there was anything missed. And I think what's happened is with this situation that's over in Idaho, the Moscow, Idaho case, it opens your eyes to a lot of things that are happening in respect of the students, the college students. And look, it's not that I didn't understand what was happening. And what I mean by that, like the narcotics, like the hazing and all of these things. But I was a little bit naive as to just how prolific it was and how people can be completely silent when they need to, and what impact that has had in the past with respect of cases where people have become hurt or worse, and because everyone has remained so tight-lipped about things that nothing has ever come of it, and actually how regular this seems to happen. And it made me think about a statement that was made by Kiely Rodni's mum, and everyone will remember it when I say it. And she was talking about there being an honour in silence. And I think there was a lot of speculation surrounding what she actually meant by that. Some people kind of got it, I think, and some people it went over their heads. But the more I think about it, the more I read about these sororities and the frat houses and, the what happens to these pledges and how these accidents have happened, it really does shed thoughts and feelings over what happened to Kiely on that night. And it kind of makes a little bit more sense when you start sort of considering whether what happened could have indeed been a hazing. And I know we briefly touched on it, and some people kind of accepted it and said, look, it's possible, but some people, they were flat out, no, that's not what it is, definitely not. And I wonder whether that is exactly what happened, and whether the fact that Kiely's mum had actually stated that there was an honour in silence, that she was aware what had happened, that this was a tragic accident, that as part of this initiation procedure, if you like, that they put these pledges through, whether because of the historic nature of it and how this has been handled and this cloak and dagger almost situation that you have surrounding these sorority houses and this Greek wall of silence, whether Kiely was indeed the victim of a hazing that went wrong. And look, there are alternatives. I showed in a video earlier on today, if you haven't seen it, go and check it out after this one. But it looked at some of the sorority girls and the things that they had been involved in the name of the frat houses and sorority houses. It's horrendous, some of the stuff that they do. The physical violence, the making them eat garbage, the drug trafficking, the sex trafficking. It's truly, truly horrendous. But it does, like I say, shed a bit more light on the subject, because at the end of the day, Kiely Rodni became deceased. She went to a party that we was told was hundreds of people, but yet that was never proven. And if we look at the fire cam footage, and you believe that in any way, shape or form, even the fire cam footage does not support those numbers. The people who were at the campsite nearby, they had stated that there was, 20 cars, which meant that was a much more intimate situation. And I've said this before, and it was my feeling that why they said that there were so many people there was to kind of throw more people in the mix. So in the event that Kylie was found or something was found out, that nobody could be pinpointed because there were so many people and there was no videos, there was no pictures, there was no nothing. So it couldn't be proven that the party was small and nobody could be pulled up as being at this party. But something happened. Now, Kylie went and attended this party with her best friend. Her best friend had been hanging out. This party was going to be, the party before they went to college and, and continued their journey into adulthood and learning the skills to become prosperous adults. And within 10 minutes, a friend fucked off and left her there on her own. We hear that Kylie was so drunk she could hardly walk and talk. Remember, I've said that before. But yet, a toxicology that doesn't support that. I don't know what else to say with the Kylie Rodni case, and until something comes up, there's not really anything more that we can do even. We have to let it run its course, and that's a sad story that we see all too often. Will anybody be held accountable in the Kylie Rodni case? I do not know. I genuinely don't. And history would tell you that that's unlikely. The case apparently is still under investigation, not by local police, but by California Highway Patrol and potentially the FBI, and they're potentially looking into how she came to go into the water. Even in the event of an accident, there are external factors that influence that happening. But look, do you truly, and answer this down below, do you truly believe that a young girl who was native to this area had attended multiple parties? She was a bit of a party girl from what we can hear. On this night, she got in her car, so drunk she could hardly walk or talk, and drove herself into that reservoir. And that nobody, not one person, saw her do it. I don't believe it. I truly don't believe it. I truly believe that at the very least, there are people that attended that party with Kylie that night that watched her car enter the water. Now, was it that part of a hazing ritual or something that she was told to drive her vehicle into the water and to get out? There were statements made how she loved the water and she was a good, strong swimmer. Is that what this was all about? And before people write that off, again, check the video out that I did earlier with the pledges that were told to walk backwards into the sea and were washed away and lost their lives as part of an entrance ritual into the sorority house. This was over in California. It happens. It happens, and people have got to stop being so naive. What did the statement truly mean? That there is an honour in silence. Is this Greek way, these ways that these students operate and have operated for many, many years, is that taken far too many students' life? These people being tight-lipped about it, they're getting away with it. I think so. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll catch you all in a live on Sunday night.